think about how desperate and how vulnerable that person is now that they've gone to the grave and they're awaiting those angels to come ask them. And this is going to be a very important moment for them. And what happens afterwards is no less important. And they can't make dua for themselves. They can't seek forgiveness for themselves. They're depending on you to make those sincere du'as for them. SubhanAllah. I mean, so think about that role and that responsibility that you have. It's priority over mentioning the good things. It's priority over, saying that we're going to be okay, saying that everything is going to move on. It's priority to make dua for that person, particularly to seek forgiveness for that person. And so a few of these du'as, the most famous one is from Auf ibn Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, where he said that I heard the Prophet ﷺ say at the occasion of the death of one of the companions, Allahumma khfir lahu warhamhu wa'afihi wa'afu anhu وأكرم نزله ووسع مدخله واغسله بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقه من الخطايا كما ينقى الثوب الأبيض من الدنس. This is the dua that you're most likely to hear when you go to the graveyard. It is the most famous dua of the Prophet ﷺ, one that you can make in the janazah after the third takbir, and one that you can make at the graveyard, and one that you can continue to make afterwards, especially in the immediate term after death. Allahumma khfir lahu warhamhu. Oh Allah, forgive him or her and have mercy on him. وَعَافِهِ وَعْفُ عَنْهُ, and grant them safety and forgive them, pardon them once again. وَأَكْرِمْ نُزُلَهُ, and honor the place that they are now settling. Honor the place that they are now settling. وَوَسِعْ مُدْخَلَهُ, and expand the entrance. وَاغْسِلْهُ بِالْمَاءِ وَالثَّلْجِ وَالْبَرَدِ, and wash them with water and snow and hail. وَنَقِّهِ مِنَ الْخَطَايَا كَمَا يُنَقَّى الثَّوْبُ الْأَبْيَضُ min ad-danas, and purify that person of sin the way that a white garment is purified of dirt. In some of the other du'as of the Prophet ﷺ, you'll even see what is prominent in our own du'as, that you mention the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and invoke the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is something that is to be done in our du'as, to mention Allah's attributes. And subhanAllah, one of the most powerful du'as that I could think about there, and one of my favorite ones at the occasion of death, is where the Prophet ﷺ said, Allahumma abduka wa ibnu amatik. Oh Allah, this servant of yours, the son of a servant of yours, ihtaja ila rahmatik, is now in need of your mercy, is in need of your mercy. Wa anta ghaniyun an adhabi, and you are not in need of punishing that person. And subhanAllah, look at the next part of the dua. In kana muhsinan fazid fi hasanatihi, wa in kana musi'an fatajawaz anhu. If that person was righteous, was good, as we assume of that person, then increase them in their good. And if that person was falling short, then overlook their shortcomings, Ya Rabbil Alameen. This is a beautiful and comprehensive and short dua. And the last one that I'll mention is one that I actually mentioned in the Angel series, and talking about Abu Salama radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when the Prophet ﷺ closed his eyes and said that do not make dua for anything except that it will be beneficial, because the angels are going to say Ameen to what you are going to say. So be careful with the words that you are about to say. As Abu Salama radiallahu ta'ala anhu has passed away, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allahumma khfir li Abi Salama. First and foremost, oh Allah, forgive Abu Salama. Warfa' darajatahu fil mahdiyin. It starts off with a dua for his hereafter, and elevate his ranks. Warfa' darajatahu fil mahdiyin. Elevate his ranks amongst those who are rightly guided. And then he mentions وَافْسَحْ لَهُ فِي قَبْرِهِ, and make his grave spacious. وَنَوِّرْ لَهُ فِيهِ, and put light in his grave. So it starts off with the hereafter, then it goes to the barzakh, and then the Prophet ﷺ says وَخْلُفْهُ فِي عَقِبِهِ فِي الْغَابِرِينَ, to take care of his descendants, to grant him succession in his descendants who have been left behind. So again, subhanAllah, if you start to even break down this hadith, there's a sequence that is present. Making dua first and foremost for his ultimate destination. His ultimate destination. Remember, what a person is about to experience in the barzakh is only a station of the ultimate destination, right? So first and foremost, وَارْفَعْ دَرَجَتَهُ فِي الْمَهْدِيِّينَ, raise his ranks amongst the rightly guided.